So this is the week 30 weekly parkour, and in this video I'm going to be going through it slowly, explaining mechanics along the way, and specifically covering 3 things I think this is secretly trying to teach you, especially if you're struggling with it. So we're just going to come over here, hit this button, and get started. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is that if you press grip on the gray surfaces, at least, you can brake and prevent yourself from sliding back down. I know it's a simple mechanic, but it's incredibly valuable if you're just trying to get through this control, because I can brake and throw myself up to this one, and brake and throw myself over to this one. I might need a running start actually a little bit to get over to that, but you can throw yourself across, maybe not even a running start. And then you can brake here. You can walk up, brake here, throw yourself up to this one. All of this. Here you definitely need a running start, but you can still brake for that control and brake when you get here. Then you're gonna need a running start to get up this. And this is actually a perfect spot to talk about ice. So on ice, it can only push you perpendicular to the surface. So if I hit the ice right here, it's gonna send me that direction. So if I try to climb up this ice, hitting actually slows me down, because on this ice, paddling pushes you backwards. But when you're jumping over this wall, because the flat surface is pointed that way, reaching down and hitting the wall can push you up to this. And that's the only direction it can push you. You can't actually like try to get to that side or to that side at all. So when you get here and you're trying to jump over this wall, you can hit to give yourself that little extra push over to here. And same thing when you cross over this wall, if you don't have enough speed, you can hit off of the back side of that wall to give yourself enough speed to go over there. Now right here, you're gonna wanna throw yourself kind of up at the same angle of this, because once you're on the ice, you're gonna be falling down in like a little bit of an arc. Here you can carve or paddle. Again, you can brake there if you need to go controlled. Right here, these handles you can grab, so don't be afraid to grab onto them if you're just trying to get through controlled. But if you are trying to do this faster, you don't want to grab onto the handles, because the handles will stop all your momentum. So instead, you just kind of want to paddle along them. But either way, when you get up to this flat wall, you want to push your hand into it to launch yourself down, so you have enough speed to make it across this gap. So push yourself down, and then aim kind of high here, because you're gonna fall down into that arc. It's gonna get you down here. You can carve or paddle through this section. These handles, same thing, all the way up, and then push into the wall to launch yourself back down. And again, you wanna launch yourself kind of high. This might be a little overkill. But once you get up here, you can use your brake to just jump between these if you need to go with more control. Obviously, if you're going for speed, don't use your brakes. So when you cross this purple line, you move into a low gravity zone, which is the perfect time to talk about the final thing I think this is really trying to teach you, which is that when you're running, if you want to go fast, you want to avoid any upward movement. So you'll see people, new players, like bounce along and they kind of hop up with each hit. But anytime you hit up off of a surface, you're actually wasting the energy from that paddle. And zero gravity exaggerates that, because anytime you hit up, you float. So you can't paddle as quickly and you're losing momentum. So in this, it really forces you to practice just brushing along the surface to gain speed. So if you notice when you're running in game that you're kind of like bouncing up and down like this, that is actually slowing you down. And what you want to do, even on a flat surface, is move along the surface like this. Less bumping up and down is going to be a lot faster. Now normally here you would want to use all of this sliding and carving speed to make this final jump, but I kind of want to see if I can use my brakes and just make this jump without them, just for the experiment's sake. Okay, this is a little bit big. Oh, very close, very close. It's definitely easier if you just maintain your speed. Let's try that again. Let's see from right here. Yeah, so you actually don't need to maintain speed there. So if you're having trouble on that part for whatever reason, you can just run and just hit your way up here. That's not too bad. But it's definitely easier if you just maintain your speed around this. Much more casual. Then for this part, it's more ZOG, so just make sure that you're not bouncing up and down a ton. And then right here, you're just sliding down, and all you have to worry about is making sure that you redirect your momentum to get these last 2 cubes. And at this point, you're just falling And there you have it. That is week 30. Okay, now let's see if we can actually get a fast run in. I mean, fast-ish. We'll count it. 86.39. What is that? Minute 26. That's all right. We'll take it.